Hi there, I hope you are doing splendidly. Today we have a new guard dragon available because, you know, we love the little guards. We had Giga Chad that was available before, and now we have the new Divine Pass with the brand new guard. So this guard dragon is PULSEGURD, and honestly, he has some interesting elements. I'm a big fan of him, and also I do quite like the design, you know, musical boy to add to our guard collection. And plus the other guards, they looked very you know, like thick, not in the weird way, but anyway, they're like big dragons, whereas this guy, he doesn't really seem like that at all. He's more of like a mage version of it. And so it says he defends their allies until the bitter end, or that's the guard dragons in general, but he holds them back with waves of hypnotizing music, which is the difference between him and the other guards. And of course, the main reason people like guard dragons is because they're like the Walking Dead dragons, except they've only got the guard bit of it, which deals damage and reduces damage dealt to the user and allies. And you know, with like Walking Deads, as I'll show you in a sec, when you use their ability, it means that you can't be crit by your enemies, which is a really, really big plus. So, do I think PULSEGURD as a dragon is worth it? I do think he definitely has his uses. And I'm picking up all the guard dragons if I can, just because, you know, you never know when you might want them. And plus, if we get the heroic VIP guard, it could be very spicy for getting some bonus orbs and such. But, you know, if you're considering whether you should buy this Divine Pass, for a legendary, it's really not too bad. Like, if you compare it to maybe the Quantum Passes from before or the others, I would say this dragon is definitely going to be one of the more useful ones, just in case you ever need them for arenas. And, you know, an interesting set of elements. But make sure that you are doing all of your pass goals, because, you know, we get free stuff from the passes. It's not going to be quite as good as when we had the heroic VIP pass, but you do still have insignias in here. We do still have gems, legendary eggs, and we do get insignias for the extra rewards. So make sure that you are doing all of your guard related pass stuff, and then hopefully you will get lots of insignias and free stuff, which does also mean we've got new arena, and we do have new arena requirements, and people are struggling with this one a bit. Personally, I'm absolutely fine thanks to skill-based matchmaking, but we have other people that are really struggling with this arena, because like in the arena you have to use dragons that have like the primal element, sea element, ice element, and then we've got other ones like dream, energy, shadow. And plus, with this new arena, it does mean new restrictions, and this time in Masters 1, we have Legendary and Mythical and Heroic allowed. However, no wind, but they do have to have time. And some people do not have time element dragons. It's essentially a closed Masters arena, which means you have to have a dragon with time, and some people have not been collecting very much and do not have many time dragons. I, on the other hand, I collect like everything, so we've got tons of options, and plus I have the big bonus of having the Walking Dead dragon, Mochi Moo, also known as Michonne, available for my battles, which does help a lot. I do really want to max level Michonne, since she is level 70. She is a very good support. But, you know, we've got grotto quests at the moment that we're trying to deal with and save up food for. We are going to get the food from the Alliance chest as well. So I probably could level up Michonne at least quite a bit. Because grotto, we only really need to get to what is it, E4? We don't really need to worry about E5 unless we really want to push, but, you know, we can do that if we want to, but it's going to depend on how much food I'm willing to spend, and then maybe I can use it on Michonne if I want to. At the same time, I'm getting some really nice enemies while my dragons are at this level, so I'm a bit worried about, you know, pushing things. And this is the new benefit of us having you know, just leveled up the Walking Dead dragons or guard dragons in general. It means that in a specific case like this arena, we just have a massive advantage because we have a dragon with the block skill, which, you know, is going to reduce the crits, it's going to reduce the damage, and that is going to be a massive help in all of your battles, always. But the thing is, I'm mainly just trying to make sure that we stick around with Michonne's bunker ability so that we can reduce any crits. Like bunker, we can use this even if it's weak. Doesn't matter, because then we're not going to get super affected by anything, which is very nice and useful in these arenas against dragons that are the same level as you. But of course, if I level up Michonne, chances are we might run into some level 70s with skill-based matchmaking, so that's why I'm a bit iffy to do that. you know, while things are working, maybe we just keep it how it is, you know? As they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm enjoying it as it is right now. I don't know if this is specifically because people don't have a lot of time dragons, or if skill-based matchmaking truly is just matching it against our level 55-60s. Seems like it's matching us to level 55-60s at the moment. So I will choose to keep it as it is. But now that I've cleared with these three, it is going to be a bit more of a struggle for me to get the other dragons included in winning battles. So, you know, if we have like time dragons that we want to include, but I do have bisexual boy. So we probably should use him for a few battles because we don't have to use our Destiny, but our Destiny at the same time is quite leveled. I don't really have tons of perks, although I do have a damage perk on him for some reason. I've got perks on the others. Reaper perk can be useful in some situations. I've not really had to think too hard yet because the enemies we've been going against have been pretty easy to deal with. But of course, with us having the new arena as well, we do have the new arena reward dragon as well that we definitely want to try and get our hands on. And by new, I mean the existing one, not actually new dragon, but we do want to get the rewards for that because we do get jokers and such, and potentially a Reaper perk, and I guess who doesn't like free perks, right? But, you know, so far this is pretty chilled for me. I hope the same for you. If you are having a struggle, I hope that these Masters Arenas show you why sometimes it can be a very, very good idea to try and get as many dragons of as many different elements as you possibly can, because the reality is you are going to have instances where you're going to run into closed arenas these days. They're becoming more and more common, and I'm very aware of that. Oh, I probably should have done that with bloody scale. I wasn't paying attention then for a sec. It's fine. We're going against a low-level dragon anyway, so I don't really have to worry about it. But at the same time, you know, skill-based matchmaking should be making your battles relatively even. If they're not, then GG go next, I suppose. But I'm gonna continue grinding out these battles, getting our dream stuff, and oh, look at that, freeload, level 30 enemies. That's exactly what we want to see. And if you are someone that's struggling with these arenas, you can D-rank for now. The other thing to mention is that we will have the Arena Alliance chest tomorrow. So if you can't do your battles right now, try and D-rank as much as you can, because otherwise you're going to do really badly on your alliance chest, not get the gems, and maybe you'll get kicked out of your alliance. And you do not want that at all. You know, worst case scenario, I'd say check your storage if you don't have many options. Or at the same time, you know, you could also go into Missing Dragon Rescue and check, you know, are there any time dragons that you want to try and summon? You know, maybe do some rescues, get the dragon ASAP and gem them. Worst case, you know, we did just have Hanzo as well available in the breeding island. So if you got him, that'd be nice. But there are tons of options that you can get via rescues now because, you know, over time they make more and more dragons available to rescue. I think it's after about 6 months they become available to rescue, so we have lots of options now. There's even some that I need to go and get just for my collection, so please bear all of that in mind, and I do wish you the best of luck with doing as well as you possibly can in this current arena. I guess once I've picked up these insignias, I will very quickly just check out the new arena event because we do have the Spades Dragon available. He's very cute. I love him. Actually, do I not have him yet? I might have missed him from his event. But of course, you get Legendary Jokers, Legendary Trade Essence, you can get Orbs of him, and you can get the Reaper perk. So that's why you want to be taking part in the arena stuff, on top of us having the Arena Alliance chest tomorrow. So if you're wondering where I am in terms of the Secrets in Paradise collection, I'm currently at 37 geckos, which is not ideal. That is after I've spent my maze currency as well. So currently, if you want to know where I am in the maze event, I am up to the legendary part, and I'm currently just a few more tiles away from another golden gecko. And once I pick up this golden gecko, I'm undecided whether I want to go for the ×10 insignias or whether I just want to go to the other legendary paths and pick up the cheap gecko on these. I think I may end up going for the cheap geckos on the 2 legendary paths, because just in case you aren't familiar or you're wondering which way to go, I would suggest the Keys path. I have put this in the DC event guide section, but I didn't go through this yesterday. But I've got all the costs on here, and you know, you can probably get about 11,000 coins roughly, at least. It's like 10,900 if you have ads available and you watch every single one of them, as cascades posted here. The reason I normally don't include how much you can get from ads is because a lot of players do not have ads, surprisingly. You know, most players that have played for at least 21 days plus do have access to ads, but for some players they just don't have the ability to watch ads, so my basic calculations are without ads inclusion. But you can get insignias, mythatomic particles, roadbird balls, and paradise heart that you need for the collection, along with golden geckos if you go on the keys path. So that is why I am currently on the legendary path, as you can see. The other reason I go down the keys path generally is because we have lots of Gemtopia chests, and yes, although the chance is low, these chests can be very, very nice if they pay out. They haven't paid out for me so far, but again, that can change very quickly. So I'm hoping and praying for this one. Give me times 250s if you want to give me ads. But then, of course, we do also have geckos from the quest as well. I will just admit that I have not been able to log in very much. Well, I could have, but I was not feeling great, so I didn't log in too much. But there is an early gecko at stage 5, which will definitely pick up. The extra currency, yeah, it's nice, but there's no way I'm getting to stage 10 now because I haven't been quite on it. And then the other things that we've got going on are, of course, all the mythic quests, which you can see I've been making progress on quite a few of them. We do also have the new quests for the quantum gravity that have started. So if you do have quantum gravity or you have them empowered, you can get some more free stuff out of that as well. But there are so many quests ongoing at the moment, it is actually kind of insane. And we do have mythical quests ongoing. At the moment, I should probably empower maybe Myth Marvelous, because, you know, we do have Myth Marvelous there, and if we empower Myth Marvelous, we don't get tons of good stuff, but we can at least get additional rewards, like another 50 legendary jokers, but is it really worth it? I don't know, I'm undecided with Myth Marvelous, because at the same time, I can also empower any of the other quest dragons right now. We just need to make sure that our empowerment section is free for the end of the heroic race, because we will be empowering High Grotto doing the heroic combats, so we have to be aware of that. And in terms of summoning, I'm just summoning Galestorm at the moment. But in terms of the quantums that I haven't been actually grinding them too much, but I've got 380 of quantum wormhole, although I do have some more trades set up today, so I should be close to like 430, 420 by the end of today, which puts us very close to finishing him off. Quantum gravity, I'm at like 128. I've got just a couple of orbs for ghost and phasing, then I've got the other quantum, but I've not pushed them so far. But, you know, as the event goes on longer and longer and people have done their quests, there will be more orbs available for them. So, you know, I could push it straight away, but do I really need to? Because if I get quantum wormhole anyway, do I really care? Probably not. But it's up to you whether you really want to push those quests or not. So the other thing that we do have is the new Wizard's Hollow, which does have Ascended Praetor in it. And Praetor has Divine Intervention, which deals any remaining damage to another opponent. He is one of the less sought after Ascendeds, if I'm being honest, mainly because of his skill. It doesn't mean he's bad. It just means he's not really as sought after as some of the other options, because, you know, the ones with healing, they can be paired with other dragons and they can be quite good. But the other thing about him is obviously he's the Rune 50 reward, but we can also get Joker Orbs out of the golden runes, and you can get some tokens out of the blue runes, but it's not the most impressive selection of rewards this time around. So this is going to be a Wizard's Hollow where it's very much just see how far you get gemless. If you do well gemless, great. If not, who cares? Because again, the rewards aren't great. It'd be mainly like if you pick up random perks or gems on your way through, go for it. But like if I'm going to die on room 5, I know that there is the rewards for getting to at least room 8 of the Wizard's Hollow, but oh, is it even worth it? Fine, I'll spend 5 gems purely for the what's it called? The season pass rewards, but that's as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not willing to spend more than that. If we die to a wizard now, I'll spend my 5 gemmies a day, I guess, if we're doing fine. You know, it's one of those things where Wizard's Hollow is very much just random. It's RNG. You can't impact how well you do. But if you do run into gems early, I'd probably recommend running with them, to be honest, because again, the rewards for this one aren't great, and you're probably going to run into a wizard soon like now. There's no way I'm paying another 10 for that. Screw that. And out we cancel. So the other thing, of course, that is still ongoing is Heroic Race, and as mentioned before, this Heroic Race is back to regular cooldowns. I'm still on lap 24 because, yeah, I've not really been logging in too much, and the thought of having to do all this breeding makes me feel sick. We'll probably get to lap 25 by the end of the event. You know, we've got a while. We've got a few days left. We can make it to lap 25. Do I really want to? I don't really care to, but I'll probably just make it there for the sake of it, to get the heroic jokers. Oh, the extra skin's gonna feel bad to not get that, but it's not worth grinding that much just for a random skin. It's pointless. Although I am a skin simp, but not if I have to invest any resources. So we're going to do the rest of it gemless. If we need to, I can spend my gems on the quests and all the other important ones that actually do give us value and not just a stinky skin. Need to hold back on that. But anyway, for now, I am going to, I guess, you know, if I gem any of the wizards hollows, maybe I'll make that one with the bonus 100. I've not decided. I'll just do it today for the sake of it anyway. But the rest of these, I'm going to keep grinding them. So we've got league battles to do, which my cooldown will be there in a second. We've got missing dragon rescue, recalling dragons. So definitely jump on all of those if you can. I've got corrupted legend. Maybe we'll rank him up this week. Oh, actually, I've got a witch dragon that I should probably recall. Well, I have so many witch dragons. So how many orbs do I actually have at this point from witch dragons? Like, I'm not kidding. I've bred so many witch dragons over time. I can't remember if I've hatched them all or what's been happening, but I have been recalling them, but I don't think I've been leveling them up to 30. But I probably should, because if I keep getting more and more witch dragons at this point, you know, we might as well just get an empowered witch dragon. It's just there as a random extra legendary. Yes, it only has 3 elements, so it's not the best choice ever. But, you know, if we've got a quest to do it as well, might as well jump in on that. I think the reason why I didn't for the others is because I really wanted to save my food on other stuff, but level 30 is not that expensive. I think I was just being a bit greedy. But yeah, we'll keep doing that with the witch dragons rather than just selling them or whatever. In the meantime, I guess we will try and do one special breed in the breeding sanctuary, which is what I normally do. I don't know why. I could just do regular breeding in this, but what I've been doing is I do one special sanctuary breed attempt, and then the others, like if I'm mid-event, I just do terror breeding. It's not like the most optimal for new collection dragons, but a lot of the new collection dragons I can get from rescue these days. And oh my god, did you just see that? Oh, have we just hit the lottery? Baby, that is what I like to see, even though it's for an event I don't care about anymore. But man, oh man, that saves me some effort. Whew. Okay, maybe I will bother with this lap a bit harder. Anyway, I'm getting very distracted. Anyway, for now, make sure you're watching your ads, getting all of your bonus currency, and again, if anyone is trading orbs for PULSEGUARD and there's any specific legendary they want, I'll be looking out for those folks, just as I will be to look to finish my wormhole trading. But for now, like I said, he's a decent dragon. You can definitely get usage out of him in certain arenas, and this arena in particular, go rescue some dragons if you don't have any. It'll at least help you D-rank if you've got 0 options, so best of luck to you.